I'm out here at Sleeper State Park in Thumb of Michigan. First time I've been to the Thumb. Came out here with the main intent of paddling out to Turnip Rock, which is kind of like a iconic Michigan location, natural Michigan location. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Wanted to originally do an intro video, which is what this is, but I did the paddle yesterday and thought I'd, so just jumping straight into the paddle, do a little intro, even though this is after the paddle, the day after. It's the next morning. So yeah, got up here on Sunday. I wanted to do a day where, that's not a weekend to go out there, so it's a little less crowded, better for footage and for photos, and wanted to get out there before sunrise. First time I've been out there, I've seen lots of pictures, but I wanted to get my own lay of the land and see what would work. And yeah, so it's about 20-minute drive to where I launched my kayak from here. So I woke up at 4 a.m., ate breakfast, made coffee, tiny breakfast, was not hungry, got very little sleep, an hour or two maybe, not sure why. So yeah, got out there, and I think I had launched around 5:15 a.m., about an hour and 15-minute paddle to Turnip Rock, and a little slower because it was dark. I had lights on my kayak, as you'll see in the video, little lights, but I was close to shore the whole time. Didn't see another boat the whole time. Too shallow for motorboats, too many boulders. That's another reason it took me a little longer. I thought it took me an hour. Is there was just boulders under the water, and my headlamp, I could only see so far with the down into the water. The ones sticking out of the water were easy to see, but I kept hitting the ones that were submerged just under the surface, just rubbing against them with my kayak. So yeah, it took a little longer. Got out there. Super cool location. Can't get to it by land because everything on the shore is private property, and the only way to get there is by boat. I just heard from someone that one of the homeowners, or some of the homeowners, pay, or you can pay to see it from their property, but there's a cliff, and I'm not sure how you get down off the cliff. If that's your house, I'm not sure how you get down onto the beach, which, yeah, you'll see in the video what I'm talking about. Yeah, really cool paddle. Lake Huron was glass most of the time. Originally I wanted to go out to the lighthouse that's on a reef about a mile and a half from shore. I think it was about 1.2, 1.3 from, no, it was 1.4. I just looked yesterday after the paddle. 1.4 from Turnip Rock straight out to the lighthouse. Lake Huron was calm enough, super calm, gentle, super gentle rolling waves, almost no wind. The paddle out to the lighthouse is great, really cool. The waterway's glass, and in the video you'll see, I think the 360 camera will do a good job of being able to see down into the water, because pointing away from the sun and not having the sun blown out, which the sun was behind me. So yeah, just really, it was, I don't know, probably got to 20 feet, but most of the time it was 10 feet or less. A lot of the time it was 5 feet or less, probably. So, unfortunately, I really wanted to fly my drone around the lighthouse. It didn't work out. So, yeah, I won't talk about it too much because it's going to be in the video, but amazing paddle. I highly recommend, if you haven't, to paddle out to Turnip Rock. Even if you can only do it on a weekend, even if it's super busy out there, just a cool experience. And don't miss, in the video you'll see, if you keep going east around the point where Turnip Rock is, lots of caves. Not lots, a few, but just cool feature. Kind of reminds me of Picture Rocks, just on a very miniature scale of what Picture Rocks is, how high some of those cliffs are. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Yeah. Just got the kayak all loaded up. I'm out here on the shore. Flip the camera on here. Yeah, I got it pretty loaded down. Got 3 dry bags with some cameras in it. Lights on the front and back. Some food. Yeah, right now it's 5:23 and I'm about to paddle out there. It's like I forget the distance. I'll remember later, but yeah, I'm gonna water's can't see it because it's dark still got another hour and a half till sunrise, but water's glass. Don't hear anything here on the shore. Yeah, so smooth. So yeah, hopefully aiming to get out to Turnip Rock before sunrise. I think it should be easy with this water being this smooth. Just stick along the shoreline. Should be getting some light soon. Not really cloudy, sparse clouds. Hopefully get a good sunrise. I'm about 20 minutes into this paddle and taking it slower in a lot of areas because there's just all these rocks. You know, some are just barely below the surface. So right there. So yeah, just taking it slow. Alright, I'm gonna go over 2 miles into this. The lights starting to come up. Hopefully the clouds they've been clearing more on the horizon. Main reason I'm coming out here is sunrise photos with Turnip Rock. But yeah, shoreline's just been sand and then it's hard to see, but hard to see right now in the GoPro. But yeah, the shoreline has turned to cliffs. I'm so excited to come back through here when it's light. Nice little silhouette against the horizon there. Almost at Turnip Rock, right around this bend. You get closer, you can see there's this little ledge sticking out from this point. Actually didn't know about it till yesterday when I was doing some more research on paddling out here. Last minute research. I guess it's called the thumbnail because it's pretty much the tip of the thumb of Michigan and it sticks out like a thumbnail. So, makes sense. Horizon's looking nice. Got about 25 minutes until sunrise. Some good clouds down there, but it's sparse up above, so I think once the sun gets like 10 degrees above the horizon, you know, somewhere in there, should look pretty nice shining through the clouds right there, and you know, clouds will give it a nice texture and depth. So that's really cool. It's a ledge sticking out. And there's Turnip Rock. All of a sudden. Well, I've been out here for a while, doing a time lapse with the GoPro on this rock right here. It's been running since before the sun rose, like an hour ago, so it's going to be a nice one. Doing a lot of photos. You can see my kayak right here. Stick around here for a while. It's just so peaceful. I've heard if you stay too long, they ask you to leave, but I don't know. It's a Monday morning. I'm the only person out here, and it's been quiet. So, yeah. After this, I'll this way, east of here, around the point. There's some caves I want to check out. So, stick around here for a little while longer, and then there's also a lighthouse that's way out there, like a mile offshore, but I don't think I want to open water paddle that far in this kayak. It's just, I got all my gear in there. I've got so much gear. Maybe I'll do that video. Take the camera over there and show you what I got on the kayak for this trip. So, yeah, it's beautiful out here. Totally worth the paddle. Just over 2 miles, I think 2.3 maybe. Yeah, it took me a little over an hour. I didn't paddle hard, I had to slow down a few times because the rocks, couldn't see the rocks until I was right on top of them, so I had to go slow to maneuver. So yeah, I'll take you over the kayak and show you all the gear I got going. Alright, over here at the kayak, show you what I got on here. Got some coffee and I brought thermos, so I had some extra. Nice cup holder. I've got a cleat on here. I don't have a trolley line. I just don't want to drill holes in this because it's a cheaper kayak, just in case. But yeah, I've never used anchor where I'm like, I need it at the bow or the stern or anything. So yeah, cleat on this gear track right here. My camera mount that I always have on there. I have a speaker, which I don't use that much. Sometimes I use. I'd rather just enjoy the peace and quiet. And here, I did have my GoPro, my 360 camera, and extra batteries, 2 extra batteries for each, so I got 3 batteries total. For 3 batteries for GoPro, 3 for the 360 camera. I see under here, I didn't know how to tie these down. I got 2 different selfie sticks, the really big one that's like almost 10 feet long, and then this one's a little shorter, just easier to handle. Put the GoPro on there, 360 camera. Got the waterproof case for the GoPro. Life jacket, of course. I've got 3 dry bags, tripod case for the Peak Design tripod that the camera's on right now. So yeah, 3 dry bags. One is for my Canon mirrorless that's on there right now that's recording this, with my 15 to 35 millimeter lens, and then I also have my 100 to 400 telephoto in here for those long shots. Not even sure I'll use it out here, unless I see some wildlife, birds. Another dry bag right here has my drone in it, which I'm gonna take up soon, and then a 3rd dry bag, it just has some random stuff in it, keys, wallet, battery bank in case I need to charge something, more coffee, sunscreen for later, and then a cooler with some, made a sandwich and got some fruit in there, and snacks. Wasn't sure how much I'd paddle today. Thought I'd go out to that lighthouse, which, oh yeah, I could use the telephoto lens for that because I don't really want to paddle 1.2 miles across open water in this with this much gear. Oh yeah, and then I've got my pretty much everything back here, these dry bags and the tripod case with the tripod in it, if it is. Got it tied really good knot to one carabiner, and then I have the other carabiner on the other side hooked up to this handle. So if I go over, these bags they can go fully in the water and stay waterproof, and they'll be attached to the boat. And this is all so the whole way here is so shallow.
definitely not any deeper than head high. So yeah, that's all I've got for this trip, which is the most I've had for a trip. Also have these little lights right here. Not too bright in the video, but they were bright enough earlier. Didn't see a single boat while I was paddling, and I was close to shore the whole time anyway, so yeah, would not trust these lights to go way out in the water. Even if I had a bigger kayak, I'd get something much brighter and much taller. Even then, I don't think I'd go way out in open water in the night, in the dark. So yeah, that's all the gear I got.
I did not know that this was reinforced with concrete. I didn't see it until about the time I started packing up. A little darker, looking in the sun, and the rock is mainly a silhouette. But you can really see the entire base is just reinforced with concrete. Did not know that. It's kind of cool that they kept it that way, but I wonder if they didn't, if it would have collapsed by now. Nice overhang right here. Also, speaking of erosion, I wonder how long it's been since this has been connected to the shore. Alright, time to go paddle over to the there's caves over here or something. I don't know how much of caves they are. Didn't really research it because I kind of wanted to be surprised. Yeah, I've been wanting to I've been wanting to kayak picture rocks. I haven't been able to, and so when I heard there was caves up here, I thought that was really cool, because the main reason I want to kayak picture rocks is for the caves. To be able to get close to those cliffs, and you know, cliffs are like this, but it's so much higher. You know, some places I think it's over 100 feet for sure. I can't remember off the top of my head how high it is, but yeah, this is like a miniature version. Nice. Paddling, and the lake is calm. I'm sure Huron, and you know, especially this side, is a lot calmer most of the time. But yeah, I'm sure it's much easier to get out here along these cliffs than picture rocks with Lake Superior. Yeah, get way up under here. very thankful for a calm day. I would not be this close to the rocks if it was rough. I would be. Probably wouldn't even be on the kayak. Yeah, some nice overhang. Let's see if I can squeeze in right here. I know I can fit. I'm not sure if the camera can fit where it's mounted. Not sure if these are the caves that were mentioned. See what's around the point up here. That tree is really, man, that's really cool. Just hanging out on the edge, hanging out on the edge. Oh, and this one too. This one's, wow. It's over the edge. Man, that's really cool. How it can keep growing directly below it. Ah, I see the caves up here now. Oh, and there's like a little beach up in there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get up and walk. Now it's getting super shallow. I don't know if the camera's gonna fit. Wow. Barely. Oh. There it goes. It fits. Oh, there's a frog jumping back there. Looks like I might have to get out again. Inside this cave now, and I just noticed there's all these spider webs just all over the ceiling. Be another Turnip Rock soon. Not soon. Soon on a geological scale. I was hoping to paddle through it, but just beach up there. More spiders. Whoa! There's a fish right there. I think that got in the camera in the 360. It was in the sun, so bright enough. And cliffs are at an end. They're up there on the beach, which I can't go on the beach. So, turn around and go back to Turnip Rock. What is that? That's the lighthouse way out there. I'm at Turnip Rock right now. That's where I'm shooting from. Still here. But yeah, shooting this at 400 millimeters. Like I said before, it's I think 1.2 miles from here, straight shot. At least when I did measure distance in Google Maps. Oh man, it is. I might do it. The water is so smooth right now. There's like no wind. I actually changed my mind going out to the lighthouse. The water, it's so smooth out here. It took me 30 minutes to get out there, maybe a little less. And yeah, take advantage of the almost no wind and Lake Huron. It's like it's just flat rock, and you can't tell how deep it is. I think 6 to 8 feet. Oh, it's so deceiving. It's so smooth, and probably see it if I rotate the 360 video forward. Oh, here. That's I got the GoPro in the waterproof case. Let's take advantage of that. So clean. Unfortunately, I think the reason it's clean, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure I see them on the bottom, is the zebra mussels just filtering out the water, and those are not good. I can't remember why. I just know they aren't. They're invasive. I haven't looked into them for a while, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons this lake is so clear. There's not really any silt to stir up around here either. I could totally be wrong about zebra mussels, but I know they're pretty prevalent in the Great Lakes, so it's a good chance. Not to the lighthouse yet. It's not shallow. It's probably 10 to 12 feet, maybe deeper. Again, hard to tell, but still so clear. Especially if the video is, if it's looking in front of the boat where the sun isn't washing out and reflecting off the water. Oh yeah, and I also looked up zebra mussels. Yeah, they're in Lake Huron since 1990 is when they started appearing, and most likely from in the ballast of ships from overseas. That zebra mussels came over from where they're native, and they were in the ballast of ships, and that's how they appeared in the Great Lakes. And the reason they're bad is they filter the plankton from the water, and that reduces food for other species that are native, and so they're reducing the amount of food there is for good species that are from here and are supposed to be in here. And plankton, stuff that eats plankton, work up the food chain. But I saw a fish. A little hard to tell with the ripples, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, the working up the food chain is why it's bad. So, the smallest things that eat the plankton, other mussels that are native, and other smaller fish and creatures, their food source is reduced, so they can't thrive as much. And then when they're reduced, then, work your way up the food chain is why it's bad. So clear water, but less food for native species. Continue on to the lighthouse. Halfway there, probably. It's getting deep. It's gotten, I don't know, it's maybe like 8 feet deeper since I started talking about zebra mussels. It was pretty shallow there for a while. So it feels really cool. It's not that clear, but I think when the sun's overhead, it's gonna feel like kind of gliding in the air. Once the sun is pointing straight down, a little more light going straight down. Or, the sun's pointing everywhere, but, once the sun is directly overhead. Made it to the lighthouse. Back to being shallow again, which is of course why the lighthouse is here, for the reef that's here. I know somewhere over here it's like ankle deep, super shallow. Been seeing fish in the water. circle this thing and check it out. Well, it turns out the lighthouse is private property. I mean, should have guessed that. Can't go on it. Was really looking for a place that was shallow where I could stand up and just stretch my legs. Yeah, found this reef right here that just kind of abruptly over there drops off. But yeah, pretty shallow, like knee deep to about half shin deep. But yeah, I'm gonna eat a little food here and then paddle back into shore. There's some I don't know, stuff sticking out of the water over there. Couldn't see it this morning because it was too dark, but I'm gonna paddle towards that and just check it out and see what it is. That stuff I mentioned earlier about sticking out of the water, just rocks. Small island over there with a lot of swans. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 swans. Lots of gulls. Getting pretty shallow. Like can't get any closer without scraping bottom. I'm almost back now, almost to the beach where my car is parked. Where my car is parked. That was a long paddle. Especially, I didn't sleep really well last night. I felt great earlier today. And just that in the lighthouse. And I'm on, I don't know, I forgot to do some tracking for a little bit, but right now I'm on 8 miles, so I'm assuming it's at least 8.5 miles of paddling. It's the furthest paddle I've done before. And like I said, going on very little sleep. Woke up at 4 a.m. I don't think I got more than 2 hours. It might be closer to 1 hour. But I was super pumped and excited to do this paddle. So the beginning was great. After the lighthouse was back, it wasn't until waves started picking up a little bit. It was just like a straight shot back from the lighthouse to here. Didn't really stop. There wasn't much to see. So kind of dragged on, slogged. Really good get back. I'm going to load all this stuff in the car and then go for a swim right here on the beach. Super humid. Thankfully not too hot temperature wise. I think it's like 80 right now, maybe a little below that. But the humidity is making it feel much hotter, especially with this life jacket. It was shallow almost all the way, but I'd still rather have it on. Just to be safe, never know. So yeah, be back out tomorrow. I'm gonna go paddle around some shipwrecks over at Harbor Beach, over on the east side of the Thumb. See 3 shipwrecks in the harbor there. So Hopefully it's another beautiful day tomorrow. Calm waters. And see you back out there.
Alright, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope it inspires you to get out there and paddle to Turnip Rock. There's a kayak rental place in Port Austin where you can rent your own kayak. You don't have to bring your own. My 10-foot sit on top, Lifetime Tamarack Pro did great. I mean, the water was glassy. I would not want to go out there with choppy water. I don't think anyone would, because that would be pretty rough. Just going that far. I'd probably still do it. Not in that boat. If I had a more stable one. Keep pointing up there because it's on the roof of my car, which is right off camera right there. So, little update. I'm not going out paddling today. There's some chances for some pretty bad weather. It's slight, but as you can see, I'm in a pop-up camper, which is great. I love the thing. I can haul it with my 4Runner. 4Runner doesn't have a lot of towing capacity like a truck, and kind of love the convenience of having a fridge in there, a sink, being up off the ground. The mattress on that side is the side I sleep on is a queen. Super comfortable, and it's great for my family when we're all together. But weather can be bad. It doesn't leak. It seeps water along the seams a little bit if it rains a lot. The roof, like the actual hard part of the roof, not the bunk ends that are canvas, that's never leaked. Yeah, really good pop-up. But there's a chance for super high winds and possible heavy rain, and I don't want to deal with it. And yesterday after a paddle, it was so hot. I went for a walk around Port Crescent, and it was just from walking, just drenched in sweat. Really hot by Michigan standards. Right now it feels great. It's 77 right now, which doesn't feel, I've just been sitting here, not working up a sweat, drinking coffee and breakfast. So yeah, not going to be able to go out to Harbor Beach and kayak to see those shipwrecks, which is fine. My main goal to come out here was to do Turnip Rock, and I did 3 nights originally, in case one of the 2 mornings, just so I could have some flexibility in case weather wasn't ideal. And I picked the right morning because today is a little breezier. Sure, it's out on the lake, it's windier. I'm in, as you can see, lots of trees. And it's overcast. Yesterday kind of started out a little cloudy when I launched at dark. But yeah, cleared up. Pretty nice sunrise. So yeah, definitely picked the best day. So I'm gonna head back home today to Grand Rapids. It's about 3.5 hour drive for me. But yeah, and this Sleeper State Park is pretty nice. It's bigger, I feel like. I've got so much room on each side of me between campsites. A lot of the state parks I've stayed in, they're just so closely jam-packed together. And I've been in one back when I only tent camped before this. I've been in sites that are just right on top of each other, and I'm sitting by a fire, and then, just a few feet that way, 10 feet or so, far enough away from the fire, there's a huge RV with their AC running. And here, you got a little bit more room. But again, it's a state park, there's lots of people. I think state parks can be a go-to a lot of times for people who aren't really experienced campers, which is fine. Everyone should get out and camp and just experience it. I'm not talking about like gear and stuff, but just like the etiquette. Like last night and the night before, the site next to me, they were playing music, not super loud, but still kind of like, I walked down and I could still hear it. It's like 6 campsites down, which isn't a regulation in state parks. I wouldn't do it just because it's my music. I'm not, you know, playing it for myself and not for others, so I just don't play it. Simple as that. Just simple etiquette like that. So yeah, Sleeper State Park, it's nice. Port Crescent is right down the road too, which I've heard amazing things about. There's a Lake Huron's that way, I don't know, half a mile. But then there's a road, not a busy road. I'm sure it's busy in the summer when there's a lot more people out here, you know, height of summer and a weekend. But they have a pedestrian bridge to go across over to the day use area that's on, you know, has Lake Huron beach access. But yeah, Port Crescent is, I've never camped there, but I'm pretty sure the campsite is, you know, on the lake, and at some of the sites, you know, the sites that are furthest north line the lake shore. So I'd really like to come back and camp there and do this paddle again. Maybe when my kids are a bit older and they have more energy. Because yeah, it can be a strenuous paddle for a kid. Or maybe we get tandems or something. So yeah, thanks for watching. Highly recommend Turnip Rock paddling out there. One of my favorite Michigan experiences so far, especially getting out there at sunrise. A little daunting to leave when it's still just black outside and, you know, paddling somewhere you're not familiar with. Intimidating. But really worth it to get out there at sunrise, especially during the summer when there might be a lot of people. But either way, do what you can do. If you can get out there anytime, is great. All right. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully this inspires you, or just not to do this paddle or some other paddle. Just hope you enjoy it and have a good one. Thanks.